Gavel & Gown Software is pleased to show you Amicus Attorney Premium Edition, the world's leading practice management software, coupled with Amicus Premium Billing. Together, these two products will provide you with the seamless integration of your front and back office that you've been waiting for. Let's face it, you didn't become an attorney in order to become an expert in billing and accounting. You became an attorney to practice law, but as an attorney, you can't ignore the back office side of your practice. There are bills to be paid and bills to collect. That information has long been hidden from most attorneys, tucked back in a corner of the office somewhere, where numerous phone calls or email requests were required to get the information you needed. No longer. With the launch of Gavel & Gown Software's brand new, fully integrated billing system, you'll be able to get the information you need when you need it and keep your clients happy. Let's take a good look at some of these new billing features, but from an attorney's point of view. How many times have you been in the middle of something only to be interrupted by a client phone call asking for information about their account? Amicus Attorney has always made logging the phone call itself fairly easy to handle. Of course, we're going to log our phone call. Let's say it's from our client, Jim Cooperman. And then we'll make some simple notes, like that Jim is calling regarding his accounts receivable status. But now, here's the difference. In the past, we would have to get back to him because we don't have that information at our fingertips. So I would have to save my telephone call record and then make a task or a to-do on somebody's to-do list, perhaps my own, to go ahead and look up that information and deliver it to Jim later on. And quite frankly, that may have taken days for somebody to access the billing system, find out what that information is, and come back with a new report. And by then, of course, the information might be out of date. Well, here's the difference with Amicus Premium Billing. Let's do the same thing. We're going to have a telephone call with Jim, so we're going to log that call to his contact card, just like we always would. But then, instead of having to get back to him, while we're on the phone, I'm going to access his file. The Billing tab is right there. And directly from the Billing tab, I have access to all of his up-to-date account information. I know what I've billed him, what our write-ups and write-down totals are, how much Jim has paid in total, and what his current accounts receivable balance is. Jim's surprised by that information. He doesn't remember getting a last bill. I can go to the Bills tab, again, directly in my Amicus Attorney system, but on the Billing tab, and tell him exactly which bills were sent and what payment activity has occurred on them. I'm doing this while I'm on the phone and timing that phone call. So instead of having to log that I'll get back to him and follow up, I can provide the information, log my call, and get back to doing what I was doing before. That's the power of having integrated billing at your fingertips. And of course, if Jim wants a new bill sent to him, well, I'm simply going to access his file, again on the Billing tab, and I can create a bill directly from here. The Transactions menu allows me access to all billing transactions. But it gets better than that. What if I'm a litigation attorney? I get word from the clerk of the court that the judge wants a settlement conference urgently to get this file settled and off of his docket. Do I have to scramble to get that information ready? Not at all. I'm simply going to go down to the file index in Amicus Attorney, where I already was anyway working on another matter, and open up the file. Let's say it's the Bailey v. Kipling civil litigation file. From there, I've got access to every single activity that's ever been performed from a practice management perspective, in the chronological list. But what about billing activity? Have we ever billed the file? Was there interim billing? Were any expenses pre-collected? Well, let's just flip over to billing and see how it looks. It's that easy. All transactions shows me everything that we've ever done on the file from a billing perspective, as well as giving me updates on all balances. I simply hit the print button, and I'm ready to go. But before I do, let's just pop back over to Attorney and make sure all our time is posted. If not, we'll do that first, before we print our all transactions list. The point is that you don't have to look at two different systems and gather up two different reports before you do this. Everything's in one place, with a simple toggle at the top of the screen. Now, these are just a couple of anecdotal examples, but have a look at the modules in Amicus Attorney. I'm in my calendar. I want to flip over and get some billing information in preparation for an appointment. It's there. Back on the attorney side, I could be in my tasks list. One of my tasks is to prepare an invoice. Well, I go over to billing, and I can do it. You have absolute seamless integration with one database, one vendor, one product. Find out more about Amicus Billing. Please give us a call, 800-472-2289, or visit us on the web at www.amicusattorney.com.